Welcome to the finals of YCS Sydney 2019. We're finally here. We have Onur Gezer on our most recent feature match playing Altergeist, playing up against the Canadian champion himself, Jesse Kotton, all the way from Canada. Last minute flight, playing his Thunder Dragon strategy, which we also just saw play against Onur in the last match. What are you thinking? Do you think Onur can do it again, or do you think Jesse has the matchup?
I'm personally hoping that Honor can bring it home for Australia. We can keep the win here. I do wish Jesse the best of luck. It would be amazing if he goes 15-0, wins here after a last-minute booking trip. But yeah, it'll be great to watch the finals. Hopefully we have a nice, clean match. Both players get to play, and it will be back and forth. And then hopefully we get a winner from there.
Like, I also do want Australia to win, but at the same time, Jesse Cotton 14-0. Could he be the record-breaking 15-0, making history? First time in Australia that would be happening. So as we can see there, the breakdown, all the people that made top 32 that played so well over the whole event. We're down to our top 2 players. So Onur playing Altergeist, as we said, has gone through Bowden, who was playing Thunder Dragon last round. He took down BA the round before that. And then obviously on Jesse's side, he took down Peter playing Altergeist last round. So he also has a good matchup against Altergeist, obviously, after last round.
Yep.
So here we are looking at the dice roll. Quite important, the dice roll, but although I think both decks are pretty good at going first and second.
There's a clean handshake there. Honor. He did come third in Swiss, so he didn't do too bad himself. He won our feature match while he was in Swiss, and I believe he lost the dice roll again.
So I can see a Secret Village in his hand, possibly an Infinite Impermanence. See in Jesse's hand at least 1 or 2 danger cards. So there's the Nessie. So he has opened his 1 Gem Knight, I think, with the Brilliant Fusion, so not the best start for Jesse here. So by activating his Danger Nessie, hits the Raw, he'll be able to summon it and draw a card, off to a flying start here in the finals.
There's a drawing
1 for 1.
Ooh.
So I do believe, is Jesse only playing the 1 Gem Knight? I think he is. I think that's the 40, why his deck is 49 instead of 50.
Yeah, that's what he told me off stream earlier.
So he is there, sending the Gem Knight Ember to the graveyard from his hand to use 1 for 1.
It is great.
So will he go for Glow Bulb or Dotscaper here, do you believe? Or even Thunder Dragon Matrix?
Oh.
His hand is Brilliant Fusion, which cannot be activated because his Gem Knight is in the graveyard, and the Matrix he already has in his hand. It's actually not a very good opening for Jesse at all.
Oh, not. I think he's actually thinking about it more than we are. He's got to make sure he's got his play right. He's in the finals. He doesn't want to make any mistake that will cost him the match.
So he has gone for the Dotscaper, which, if it goes to the graveyard, will be able to summon itself back to the field.
Honor just making sure he knows the full effect, that nothing will come and surprise him.
So I think that the best line of play here would potentially be to link for a Reprodokus, summoning back the Dotscaper to make a Summon Sorceress, and then normal summon the Thunder Dragon Matrix into the Summon Sorceress zone. But he also could do what he's doing now, making a Link Karibo play to bring back the Dotscaper and potentially go for the Summon Sorc the different way that one.
Yeah, Dotscaper is showing how versatile it is. It's more than just one monster. It summons itself twice. It gives you so much utility. Now he's going for a Reprodokus play, right?
I believe so. I think he'll go into Summon Sorc here, and then he'll normal summon the Thunder Dragon Matrix in his hand to then summon another Thunder from the deck. But unfortunately, without being able to activate a hand effect of a Thunder, he won't be able to just turn them into Colossus.
That is correct. Like to see what he can do. He normal summons the Matrix indeed, and he's going to use its effect to summon another Thunder Drag. But he can...
but Onur has the Infinite Impermanence to negate the Summon Sorcerer, so it just leaves Jesse on 2 monsters on the field that aren't doing much.
Does he have a Multi-Faker? No, he doesn't. But he has a Spoofing, he has a Protocol, he has a Village, and looks like another spell.
Could be either Pot of Desires. Looking at Onur spell cards, it could be a Pot of Desires, a Terraforming, or a Secret Village. It may just be 2 copies of Secret Village.
Oh, could be indeed.
So Jesse having the pass there, unfortunately, having a Brilliant Fusion not live in hand because of his Gem Knight. If that Gem Knight happened to be in the deck, or maybe if he played the second Gem Knight like Bowden, this game could be completely different at the moment.
Yeah, we can see Jesse's face is not very impressed with that. Draws Rivalry of Warlords. We saw how key Rivalry was in his match against Bowden. Bowden not having an efficient way to clear it. And this is game 1. Jesse does not play any way to remove it outside of Thunder Dragon Titan.
We're seeing the Secret Village of the Spellcaster come down, and the other copy is another copy of Secret Village. So the downside for Onur here is that he does not have any monsters.
And I believe that Summon Sorceress is a spellcaster, so that Jesse will still be able to activate his spells. Unfortunately, he still can't activate that Brilliant Fusion.
So interesting what Onur does from here. He has a copy of Secret Village of Spellcasters in hand that he cannot use at the moment while there's one in the field zone. Yep. He has Protocol set. So I think during Onur's turn here, Jesse's activating his Link Karibo Engrave.
Add another one. Add another one to his hand.
So triggering his Matrix effect, so that's all Matrix out of the deck as he only plays 2 copies.
Yeah, I think he wants to maybe make like Nightmare plays to be able to clear off some of the traps that Honor has.
And obviously the Brilliant Fusion not doing much in hand, he may as well discard it for a Nightmare effect.
Draws a turn. What does he draw?
I
He
think
draws a
may
monster.
may have been a Danger Mothman, hard from that angle. So Onur now activating Rivalry of the Warlords in the standby phase, I believe,
really
to
tough.
force Jesse to have to make a hard decision, either Cyburst or Spellcaster.
If he chooses Cyburst, he can't use any spells. If he chooses Spellcaster, at least he has more attack power.
So maybe we'll see the same thing happen again here, where Onur relies on the Rivalry to get himself back into the game and just, well, basically not stall for time, but basically give himself enough time to stay in it.
Yeah. I think Honor's in a very favorable position here. Jesse doesn't really have many plays left.
He might have the Danger in hand, but he can't activate it now because it's not a Spellcaster.
What he can do is he can just set, like, the Matrix, but when it does get attacked and flip face up, he'll have...
So Onur activating Spoofing in response to the protocol now to be able to probably add Multi-Faker and then trigger its effect.
It's interesting to see him using the Multi-Faker now instead of just taking the attack.
I believe Jesse may have declared the attack and he's doing it in response, which is, like you said, very interesting.
He doesn't want to take any damage at all. Oh.
Thinking about it now, he did not go for the Cycloidus play.
What do you think's going on through Jesse's head? He was really proud of having 49 cards before. Maybe that's just coming back to get him.
I hope that's not weighing on his mind, because if that gets to him, he needs to look forward from here. He's obviously undefeated in the whole event. So he would not want to be thinking about anything now other than how he's going to get back into this game. He still has the strongest monster in the field, and Onur still hasn't got everything going for him. But now with that personal spoofing on the field, he's going to be able to access as many cards as possible.
He'll be able to switch the Melisy to attack position and attack directly.
But he's deciding to use spoofing instead to probably set up a Marionetta play to maybe set Manifestation to be able to trigger the Multi-Faker again in Jesse's turn.
He just wants to use Multi-Faker as many times as he can per turn.
He also just drew Solemn Strike for turn as well, which would be able to stop any future plays Jesse might have if he can out this Rivalry of the Warlords.
Yeah. He will also be able to target itself to summon back the Multi-Faker this turn. He'll have Multi-Faker next turn. He's going to have a lot of Multi-Faker plays.
He may opt to go for Cycloidus this time around to get the Multi-Faker back into his hand instead, but he also may want it in the graveyard, so it's a hard decision here if he wants to do it, but he is doing it now.
I feel like he could have also just attacked directly with Melisy earlier to get rid of the Summon Sorcerer before doing this, but I guess he wants to leave the Summon Sorcerer on the field to lock Jesse out of having
Yeah, for as long as possible. Using that Rivalry is basically like a stop button in the sense to make sure that he does have enough time to set up his plays.
Yeah, that's what Alt guys do best. They want to slow the game down to a pace that it can handle, whereas Thunder Dragon's the opposite. It wants to speed the game up, end it quickly, do all that sort of stuff.
So we're seeing a Link Summon for a Hextia here in the main monster zone, because Summon Sorceress does give that option. But interestingly enough, that Hextia is a spellcaster, so Jesse will be able to use his Summon Sorc to summon his Fairy Tale Snow from the deck.
Oh, yes. I'm not sure if Onur realizes this yet. Perhaps he does.
He also has he doesn't have access to Protocol either, because he decided to set Manifestation instead. This could be very interesting, but the Solemn Strike that he drew for turn is obviously going to
I believe the other card in his set is also a Solemn Strike.
I think that's the Manifestation.
Is it? Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
The Marionetta. Right. So he's using Summon Sorc targeting. I think it's a good play, but Onur's going to use this Solemn Strike now to cut off. He's thinking about this, actually. He may not want to waste the Solemn Strike straight away. Probably thinking about what other targets he could have in his deck that are spellcasters.
As a mathematician, he knows that. He might also realize that there is a Fairy Tale Snow. But will Fairy Tale Snow be very impactful? He thinks about it.
He's really thinking about this one, which is what you want to do in this situation. This is the finals of YCS Sydney. You don't want to make any mistakes at all.
He doesn't want to make a decision where later down the track he's like, oh no, I should have done something else.
So he is letting it resolve, so the Fairy Tale Snow does hit the field. Very interesting.
There will be no targets for the Fairy Tale Snow to flip face down, though. I don't think that matters too much at this point.
So Jesse is still with now with 4 cards in hand. It's starting to build a hand up here without being able to summon anything except for spellcasters because of the Rivalry of the Warlords.
Can't access the Nightmare Phoenix. He can't.
So he's going for the Hextia play, which could be detrimental here, but so it is a protocol, not a manifestation. So he had 2 ways to negate there, which is very interesting.
Yeah, he's very interesting. He just chose not to. He's going to use Multi-Faker to summon probably a Silquidus from the deck.
It was interesting as well, the Hextia will now gain attack, so Jesse will want to redeclare that attack on another monster rather than attacking that Hextia now.
I think that he's forced to be able to attack the Multi-Faker or the Silquidus. I think no matter what he attacks, Onur will use the Silquidus to return the Multi-Faker. And I think he'll probably return the Snow, but he could definitely go with the Summon Sorceress.
He has decided to return the Summon Sorceress to hand, so since Snow is still locking him under spellcasters, but at the same time
Looks like
Oh,
Jesse.
so Jesse's decided that's enough. So he's to save enough time for the next games. He thought there's probably no way to get back in, knowing he doesn't have any adds to that rivalry of the Warlords, and he can see how much advantage Onur has gained over the last couple of turns.
We have Onur Gezer 1 win away from being YCS champion. Jesse, he's got 2 games to win to be a returning YCS champion. He'll be a champion of YCS Sydney.
So can he do it here? Jesse obviously undefeated in the entire tournament. Would hate to get all the way to the finals and then to fall one match short.
But Onur himself, he has only lost 1 match, I believe, or a draw. I'm not too sure.
I think his record was 8-1-1 from memory, but 3rd in Swiss would mean he probably was 8-1, 9-1.
9-1. Was it a draw or was it a loss?
I think it was a 9 wins and 1 loss.
Yeah. That's a very impressive record himself in Swiss. Hopefully game 2 is good.
So just siding up now. So obviously we've seen both players side decks a lot over the course of the weekend. So Dynamo Wrestler prank chops for Jesse, potentially coming in, even though he may be going 1st or 2nd, depending on what he wants to do here. He may actually opt to go 2nd and play a lot of go 2nd cards that he has in his deck.
And he might put in the side frames. He might be able to want to stop like the Marionetta play that halts everything.
Or even the multi-faker in response to a trap before he makes a play.
Yeah.
He also has the red reboots there. So there's a chance here Jesse does decide to go 2nd. Because he may have also known what happened to Bowden in his feature match where evenly match was played.
Yeah. I think that was a very big play. Onur himself probably just going with the Dino Wrestler not pranked up the evenly matched and the Lancia strategy.
And the Lancia we saw last match, of course, was very important for him winning that game. Drawing it 3 times in 2 games. So Jesse ready to go. Definitely keen to get this one going, get back on a level playing field so he can get to game 3. Interesting to see if he does go 1st or 2nd, like we said. Letting Onur go 1st comes with its risks, as we saw Peter Mitro open insanely well when he was forced to go 1st.
Yeah, but going 1st, he has to deal with the evenly match that he knows is coming. Does he know what to do when that happens? Is he going to be able to play around it? Will he keep more cards in hand? What will he do?
There we are.
I see Lancia, Meluseek, Manifestation, Infinite Impermanence, and evenly matched. There we see it, but there is no multi-faker. He could draw multi-faker off the top.
And Jesse is going 1st.
I believe Jesse drew the Amber again. Or Jackalope and Amber just look really similar.
Colors are very much the same from our angle here.
Yeah.
So Jesse's hand is Allure of Darkness, Gold Sarcophagus as well. Oh, interesting here. I don't think he realizes that Jesse won't have to banish here. He just has to reveal a Dark Monster.
Yeah. Oh, no.
So all he has to do here is reveal 1 Dark Monster to prove that the card is live, which he does. And now he may even activate that Tachidogu so that there's no information getting given here.
But I think that was also tactical in Honor's hand. He just did not want like a Dragon Dark or something to be banished to trigger an effect.
It's a high risk, high reward play. He gives his opponents an extra card, but at the same time it means his plays are altered. And out of 6 cards, he hits the Tachinoku.
Oh man, things are just going really well. There's a Snow in his hand, not something he wants to draw.
So Jesse now has another danger effect.
He's a Nessie.
He's obviously not setting that gold side because it won't be able to be used this turn. So far, Onur has been the danger hunter. He just keeps hitting it, but that's very good for Jesse. Fairy Tale Snow getting out of his hand in the grave where he wants it, getting a draw.
That's a mathematician draw. That's a normal sum, very good card.
This opens up a lot more plays now, but little does he know that no matter what he does, Onur has evenly matched in his hand, ready to go.
I think Jesse's trying to send Dotscaper or something. He wants to be able to summon Saryuja to be able to draw a new hand.
So there's the Dotscaper getting sent as Yahweh predicted. Onur looking very comfortable. Try not to give away too much because he does have that evenly matched in hand and infinite impermanence. So he may either...
Oh, infinite impermanence on Saryuja would be huge.
So with Jesse with 3 cards left in hand now, a gold cycle that can't be used. I think it is the Gem Knight Amber in the middle.
There's a Raw in the hand.
I think it is Amber.
I think he's going to use Saryuja to be able to put back that Amber.
And the infinite impermanence is going to come down.
But he's not going to be happy. He's definitely not going to be happy. Oh my lord. This is going to be big.
So he's activating effect now to draw 4 and put 3 back, but the infinite impermanence does come down.
No, Jesse's going to keep that Amber in its hand for the foreseeable future.
Massive plays going on in the finals. Onur having again that infinite impermanence to stop anything Jesse wants to do.
He's got Meluseek, but I think Jesse has enough cards in his graveyard to be able to summon Snow to stop that. He's going to summon the Meluseek immediately. Oh, can Lancia attribute itself off the field?
It sure can.
Oh, so
but Lancia can only be used during your opponent's turn.
Yes.
So he has to obviously banish cards from his own hand here, but that means he will be able to activate the Thunder Dragon Roar effect.
Oh, he's got to decide between the Gold Sarcophagus and the Amber. He's chosen the Amber. He's revealed that he's drawn the Amber again.
So he's probably having a bit of a chat about that now, as this is not the first time in a row that this has happened. So Ferrito Snow coming down will most likely be in a chain link with the Thunder Dragon Roar to put that Milliseek face down.
He's got Dotscaper. He's got Roar.
So he's created the chain links there, and he's resolving the effects now. Onur still with 3 trap cards in hand.
Play that Honor can do is he just sets the evenly matched and nothing else. Or he could just set, I don't know what he wants to do. He's got so many options available to him.
Is that Manifestation Protocol evenly matched?
Yeah, unfortunately, Protocol has to tribute a face-up Altergeist monster.
But once the Milliseek goes to grave, he can bring it back with Manifestation.
Yeah,
correct?
so
And then he can chain Protocol to send...
not sure what he wants to do. Maybe he just wants to set 2. Does he want to set 2?
He's obviously cutting first before he sets, just as quickly down there. So he's doing the original play, setting all of his face downs. So the Hawk does go to the hand for Jesse, so this is much better now. He's not affected by Artifact Lancier anymore.
Oh, man.
So this game, again, going back and forth, and Jesse having that big Saryuja on the field could prove to be very important.
Yeah, despite having that infinite impermanence on the Saryuja, it just seems that Jesse has a lot of cards he can keep playing with. He still has Gold Sarcophagus, which he elected to keep.
Which proves why his deck is gone this far, and why it has done so well in the event. But now we're seeing some standard Thunder Dragon plays happen. But unfortunately for Onur, that Protocol is doing nothing, and the evenly match won't do anything.
Maybe he should have kept the evenly match in his hand. Oh.
So interesting here, the Thunder Dragon happening. He's probably going to make a Titan here and start going through some of the back row. Although he's just activating the Thunder Dragon instead.
I think we will be going to a game 3 from this position.
Again, though, you got to play that 1%. There's every chance that Onur could find a way. So adding 2 Thunder Dragons to the hand, I suggest he may have drawn a danger card.
Yeah, definitely.
They're really thinking it through now. The Link Karibo comes down for Dotscaper. Then another Link play, so probably he's probably actually adding 2 Thunder Dragons to have more discard fodder for Nightmare plays. So destroying the Manifestation there and drawing a card because it's co-linked with Saryuja, drawing into a Danger Jackalope.
I feel like even with evenly matched, Honor is too far behind to be able to...
This could very well be
the end of
enough damage on board as well. So Onur won't have a chance to activate his evenly matched.
Oh, let's see. He still has the Gold Sarcophagus. He hasn't used got Danger Jackalope.
Now that he's already used the effective Dragon Roar, Thunder Dragon Roar, the Gold Sark won't be doing as much.
He gets the Jackalope. He gets the draw as well.
Oh, it's Red Reboot. He'll be feeling very safe at this point. Making a Nightmare Unicorn potentially to deal with the last monster.
This will lock in the game, I believe, as all those monsters are powered up by Saryuja's attack increase effect.
We decided to go for a face down instead of the monster, which is interesting because he has the Red Reboot in his hand. He also has the set card, which I'm pretty sure is Allure of Darkness.
Yes.
And Onur just decides that's enough.
Yep.
And so he'll have as much time as possible for Game 3, but we are getting a Game 3 in the finals of YCS Sydney.
I think that was a sigh of relief from Jesse. He's going into Game 3.
So Onur very focused there on the face. Jesse talking about what happened. He's gesturing that he's drawn the Amber both games so far. Surely not 3.
Oh, maybe 3 for 3. That wouldn't be the ideal way to go out. I would feel really bad.
It'd be something to talk about, though, if he manages to draw it and win the game again.
Yeah. Do you think Honor will keep an evenly matches going first? I think he just took one out.
I think if he is going first, which is what we think is happening, he will not opt to keep evenly matched in.
Would you think he'll keep Lancier? There's a lot of cards he could keep in. Yeah. So who do people want to win? Do people want Honor from Australia to win, or do they want Jesse to win? Do they want Altergeist to win? Is it less of who wins and what wins? Do people want Altergeist, which has never won a YCS before? Do they want that to win, or do they want Thunder Dragon, who has seen previous success? Do they want that to win?
Has Altergeist really not won a YCS before?
I know it has not, I believe.
Wow. This is the opportunity.
Yeah.
Onur never won a YCS before. Everyone else in the top 4 has. Altergeist hasn't won a YCS before.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time.
Yeah. And we are just one game away from crowning our champion.
So very much taking their time to side deck correctly here. Because they obviously have over 20 minutes left in the round, which means for Game 3 they should have plenty of time to get a natural result.
It will be the last game of the tournament, of the main event.
Or just see Artifact Lancier still in Onur's deck there, so he's chosen to keep that in to see if he can do the same thing he did to Bowden when he went first and had Artifact Lancier.
Yes, he's probably having to think about it. How do I combat the rivalry of Warlords? How do I combat all these cards?
He just has to draw the Red Reboot by the looks of it in his side deck. He may even put the Prank Chops in now, the Dino Wrestler.
Yeah.
Literally the most seen card in a side deck all weekend.
Yeah.
Been putting in so much work for everyone that summons it.
I think that card deserves like a official OTS pack reprint as an ultimate rare. It's put in so much
That's
work.
how well it's done. It
Yeah.
make itself an ultimate rare the way it plays.
Yeah, I mean it's worth more than that. It's like I don't think I would play without that card. However, Honor does not play that card. Despite
He plays 3.
oh, does he?
Yep, 3 copies.
Oh, he does too. Oh man, he wrote Dino Wrestlers 2 words. My bad.
He's in the finals. Of course, he's playing the most used side card in the event. He has to be.
Thunder Dragon not won a YCS yet either.
Potentially, I think. I think it won the UDS
Yeah.
with the Chaos variant.
Yeah.
I think it actually lost it. It was when Danger FTK was dominating, when Thunder Dragon was doing really well at Niagara.
Yeah.
I think that potentially they made the top 4 but didn't win.
Ultra Guys did have more time in the spotlight than Thunder Dragon being out for a lot longer.
So Jesse very focused there, shuffling up his deck. Ono extremely focused as well. And here we go, heading into the final game of the weekend. Final game of the final match.
Are you excited?
Oh, this is it. This is where we find out. I hope both players draw well enough till we have a really good game out of this.
I'm on the edge of my
So
seat.
20 minutes left. The final of YCS. Even the judge there, Will, looking very focused. Everyone very intense in there.
Oh,
a lot
man.
of pressure.
My heart's racing real fast.
There you are, the handshake.
Handshake.
A bit of a shaky one as well.
Yeah, you want to be
Oh, man.
Lancia.
Man duo, Tatsunoku, mathematician.
Oh.
Not the greatest hand for Jesse.
Rivalry.
Desires. Oh, Ono's hand
Manifestation.
is quite good. And Pot of Desires comes down. Jesse has no response.
He's not even going to think about it. He's just going to slam it down straight away, go straight to the main phase, activate the Desires, banished hand. Hopefully he gets a good draw. That's a solemn strike, and I couldn't see the other card. What did he banish?
Does he have any monsters in hand?
Can't see what he banished, but that's a few traps, one monster, and a spell. I think he's okay with banishing any spell. That's solemn warning, solemn strike. He's got a lot
Again, he's got no monsters.
That's unfortunate. He might just that's like we've seen.
Jesse's looking very concerned there.
When you don't have a monster, you can just lose to getting attacked a few times. But Rivalry should buy him some time.
He's got Manifestation, Rivalry of the Warlords, both 2 Solemns to be able to negate something Jesse does. Jesse's hand is not 100% optimal. He
He has the spoofing. He can return the Manifestation.
Oh, we didn't see that
Oh
one.
no, this hand is crazy.
Can he activate Manifestation with no target?
No,
Or it's
no,
from
but he
the
can
hand
just
as well.
he can spoofing the Manifestation from hand.
So
oh
he has
my lord.
Faker, Lancia, Solemn Strike, Solemn Warning.
Whereas
I think he has Protocol as well.
Whereas Jesse has seen some cards that he just doesn't want to see. Every hand he's seen Dragon Duo. That's not an ideal card in your opening hand.
So he's going to try and fix the hand by activating Danger, Tatsunoku.
He still has a Meme. I definitely don't think he wants that.
He also drew Mare in his top 8 match, I think, against Sky Striker, from what I've been told. So the Mathematician goes down. He obviously didn't want to normal summon it first, so he's going for the draw.
He draws a
Dino Wrestler,
Prankatops.
Prankatops. Unfortunately, with Ono having no monsters currently on the field, he can't even summon it. But if the multi-faker does resolve, he will be able to summon it.
But then Honor does have the Rivalry. They'll force the Prankatops to stay in his hand. But I
And the
believe it's an
Solemn
inherent
Strike.
summon.
It is inherent summon, so he will just be able to special summon it, then chain it to the Rivalry.
I think Honor's feeling very comfortable right now.
So they're just confirming where Jesse set his card there.
Summoning another Mathematician.
So he will send something here, or will Ono want to negate this?
I think this is the point where Honor does want to flip that Rivalry of Warlords to force them to keep either a Reptile or a Spellcaster on the field.
He doesn't want to negate the Mathematician's effects, knowing how powerful the cards that he sends are.
He does go for the Lancia.
Lancia, very interesting to chain it to Mathematician.
Mm.
Is there anything that could be sent to grave?
Yes, no.
Oh, the Fairy Tale
he wants
Snow. Very clever play by Ono there, making sure.
Preemptively.
And the snow is indeed sent to the graveyard. So Ono knows exactly what he wants to be doing here. And Rivalry of the Warlords is chained when snow hits the graveyard, so I don't think he has enough to chain anyway, and he probably wouldn't want to.
Yeah, he has to choose between Spellcaster or Reptile. I don't think either of which he wants. Maybe Spellcaster is just better.
Just so he can activate Fairy Tale Snow if he gets
Yeah.
enough cards in grave. He does have Allure of Darkness set. But now Lancia has been activated, and Allure is set. He can't activate Allure legally. It's only because he chained it before that he was able to keep the cards.
Yes, definitely. And yeah, Jesse's just going through his options. He can't summon that Prankatops as much as he wants to.
He's got the Mare stuck in his hand, which hopefully next turn he might be able to normal summon it if he keeps a monster on the field.
Yeah.
Little does he know, though.
That's
it's a foolish burial, unfortunately.
Mm.
Is incorrect on that one. It looked like an Allure. All
Very
of his high rarity cards.
Yeah. What
Maybe
does he want to send?
He
Dotscaper?
either sends Dotscaper, which he can't summon, so he probably won't.
Blow
He
Bulb?
probably sends something he can banish for Snow to get value, which he does. Thunder Dragon Dark.
I think he just wants to fill his grave, be able to summon Snow as many times as he can, trigger as many effects as he can, get back into the game, find an out to that rivalry of Warlords.
Pranktops is the clean out, but he can't get his Mathematician off the board.
From what I understand, normal Thunder Dragons, they side rivalry of Warlords because all they play are Thunder Monsters, so they're not stopped by that. But then Jesse's deck, he's deviated from the norm. He's played a lot of danger cards, which are really strong in a lot of matchups. They give you a lot more push. They give you a lot more creatures to be able to summon. But you are weak to rivalry. And
as we see now, the end phase, the personal spoofing is activated, putting the manifestation back to the deck, and then adding Multi-Faker and being able to activate its effect again.
summoning the Meluseek.
So he obviously wants to find a way to deal with the monsters on the board and then potentially make some link plays.
I believe that Mathematician also doesn't get the draw effect if it's sent to the graveyard. It has to be destroyed.
Correct. Destroyed by battle to be able to gain that effect.
Honor just looking through his banish pile, making sure he's not missing anything, that he knows what resource he has remaining.
I wonder if he banished any Silkatus.
Yeah, he's going straight for the link summon. He's going for that Hextia.
So he probably will search off Moliseek. He'll probably search the Marionetta for another big monster. He probably doesn't mind if Jesse draws of Mathematician, but if he can avoid it, he'll probably do that.
Yeah,
He can use the Marionetta to send itself to get the Moliseek back if he wants to.
yes, definitely. He's got many avenues of play here.
Onur looking in a very strong position right now, still with the 2 Solemns set as well.
That's crazy.
Anything that Jesse wants to do past that rivalry of the Warlords.
I think he's going to use Marionetta's effect at this point, or maybe he banished them all. I think he's banished them all. That's why he's not using its effect.
Wow, so that's critical.
Wait, no,
there,
there's still
Fort
the
of Desires.
manifestation though.
He's choosing not to set that manifestation, which is interesting. Maybe he's forgotten that he put it back to the deck, so when he did his previous count with Desires, that he doesn't have one. So he's using the effect now to summon Moliseek back from the grave, I assume. Or maybe even the Multi-Faker, because he hasn't used it this turn yet. He's just reading Mathematician to make sure that when it gets sent to graveyard, it won't get effect. So
Yeah, that is indeed correct.
Moliseek hitting the field.
Was that an oversight, just not
I think
using?
I think he drew Manifestation for turn. I think that's what he drew for turn, so he didn't have a target left.
I'm not sure. Maybe he just forgot. I don't know.
It definitely looked like one in his hand.
Yeah.
So Jesse's hand still is Pranktops, and I believe that's the Dragon Duo and Mare, which is a very unfortunate draw.
Oh no.
Onur with 2 set Solemns, it's just going to come back later in the game. So the Mathematician gets sent to the graveyard, and he takes 500 damage. Then the Hexio attack will do 2,000 damage.
Oh no, that was a.
So it's a Moliseek. So it's interesting that he chose not to set Manifestation there.
I think he wants to add a Conqueror or something at this stage. Maybe banish that as well. No, he definitely has a manifestation in his deck. I saw it.
Yep. So maybe chose not to. Maybe he may have accidentally forgot. It is a high pressure situation
Yeah.
in the finals of the YCS.
Yes.
I think it's the first time he's in the finals of the YCS. So he's predicting that he may have to use the Solemns this turn, so he's adding a Multi-Faker to his hand off personal spoofing.
Yes. I think he's at a level where he's comfortable. He knows what his current turn play is. He knows what his next turn play is. And I think, he's pretty well off. Jesse drawing, what does he draw? Is it huge? He draws the Dotscaper. That is not a card you want to see in this situation.
The only upside now is that he can resolve Pranktops, but he doesn't know there's 2 Solemns waiting for him in the Onur's set spell and trap zone.
Jesse is not impressed. He does not like these turn of events at all. It is just not going well for him.
Does Onur negate the summon now, so he can't attack over any of his monsters? He does. He uses the Solemn Strike.
To negate the summon. Interesting.
Interesting he didn't use the warning there to negate the summon, since Strike has other avenues to negate effects.
Yeah.
But still, he probably just wants to save a bit of life points, as time may become a factor if this game continues.
I think
so now he's activating the Multi-Faker effect, and if he does have a Silkatus in the deck, he will most likely try to summon it as another interruption, which he does.
I hate to say it, but I think it's the end of the road for Jesse. He's come so far.
Unfortunately, all 3 games, Jesse just happened to draw a lot of the cards he doesn't want to draw.
Yeah, definitely.
First 2 games, seeing the Duo and the Amber, and then again seeing Duo, and even now drawing Dotscaper and Mare. Just not the way.
So far, it's not the way you want to leave the tournament. You don't want to leave it because you drew hands that you weren't.
Especially being 14-0 leading into the final match of the tournament. But this rivalry of the Warlords, both games, just putting in so much work for Onur, even in the top 4 match, and I'm assuming
he still
throughout
has
the
a
day.
Snow though. Don't count him out just yet.
There's always that 1%.
Yep.
Fairytale Snow has almost enough, and he can add off Dragon Dark as well.
Yeah.
Just that rivalry of the Warlords still just posing a massive threat.
Just under 12 minutes ago, he's having a good thing. He's trying to see, is this the end of the road? No, it can't be the end of the road. There must be something I can do. You can feel it from him.
He just knows there's another way. He's a very experienced player at a high level. Won many events. Been to Worlds twice. He's competed at the World Championships, including last year and the year before.
Oh, he's choosing to leave Tsuchinoko in the graveyard to be able to summon the Dragon Duo, maybe.
Trying to find another line. So trying to figure out if Duo is the correct summon or if he wants to use Snow. Because if he banishes the Snow, he won't be able to access it for the rest of the match.
Oh no. Crazy. He's definitely banishing those 5. I think he's going to banish the Dotscaper, which won't be able to summon. And the Meme. He's shown how unfortunate he is to summon the Snow. So
Onor's thinking, yep, this is all he has. He has 1 card left in hand. He's just going to summon the Snow.
He gets a Dragon Dark Search, but is it enough?
But unfortunately, he won't be able to use the Dragon Dark to get anything that can summon a monster other than a Spellcaster.
Yeah.
So Silkatus is being put face down. Onor is not chaining the effect. Very interesting.
He feels that it's not necessary at this stage in time.
Well, he still has the Solemn Warning set.
Yeah, he doesn't. He does in fact have that Solemn Warning. He's adding a Thunder Dragon.
Interesting choice here. So activating Thunder Dragon's effect, just getting a light in the graveyard for Duo. So once the Snow goes to grave, he can summon it possibly.
But what is he got left? What is he trying to do?
So he's adding another copy of Thunder Dragon. Thinking about maybe if he wants 2 or 1 copy, as you can do both. But he's getting the 1 to add another one.
He just wants more cards to be able to banish for Snow, more cards for Thunder Duo, just cards to get out of his deck. He doesn't want to draw these cards.
The Rivalry of the Warlords are still being on the field. You can't red reboot it now, and if he draws it, Prank Tops is going to keep getting negated because there's still a Solemn Warning sitting there.
I think just in the last 2 matches, we've seen how good Honor's deck's been to him. He's been able to see Lance, he's been able to see Rivalry, he's just been able to see the right half of his deck.
So he's tributing the Snow to summon to tribute set a Thunder Dragon, which makes he's able to summon a Colossus. Which Onor's now thinking if he wants to use the Solemn Warning now, with Jesse having 1 card left in hand, which is the Duo. So the warning does come down.
And I think that's the match, right?
Well, there's 3k life points left, and there's a really, really low attack Millisec on the field, and he can summon Dragon Duo.
Yeah, I think so too.
So this game isn't over yet. He can summon the Dragon Duo, get another search by destroying a monster, and then he can possibly get his Snow live, and then he can also search a Hawk, which will allow him to summon back the Dragon Dark from the banish zone.
What do you think Honor's thinking? Does he wish he used the... Does he think he wish he used the Silkweeders to return the Snow to the hand?
I think Onor's hopefully not thinking about that right now because it was probably a slight misplay after what ended up happening in the end with what Jesse ended up doing. So he's banishing a Light in the Dark. Imagine if he thought it was Blackluster Soldier, but it is the Dragon Duo. So the last card Jesse has access to is coming down. Will he go for the damage play or will he try to clear the Hextia? Or will he want the Sequoias off the field?
Spoofing, he can still add the Conqueror and summon that.
So that's the way he's going to dodge it. So Jesse obviously knows the deck well enough to know what's going to happen now.
Still has the Conqueror, did not banish with Desires. He just banished the right half of his deck. I think Honor's deck treated him a lot better than Jesse. It was unfortunate for Jesse.
So looking down now, Jesse thinking about what he wants to do.
Jesse hasn't counted himself out yet. He's still resilient. He still wants to play it out. He still thinks he has a shot at winning. He still wants to try and win.
And very importantly, he's still up on life points too. Yeah. So if time does keep going here, he may have a chance to win another way. But with Fairy Tale Snow Engrave, I don't know if there's enough engrave for it to be using its effect if he does lose his Dragon Duo. He probably doesn't want to attack with Dragon Duo, but he might have to just to force it. The Conqueror comes down, negating the attack and the effect of Dragon Duo. Jesse left with no other card, so he's going to turn that Duo into a Colossus.
Yeah.
And hope that there's no other way. But with that Cycloidus being face down, he can just return it to face up position and
return the Conqueror, to return the Colossus, and then they'll leave Jesse on no cards. Oh no.
Not enough for Snow, unfortunately. No other cards. Jesse not looking happy anymore.
He's just flip summoning. He doesn't even look at the card in hand. He doesn't even need it. He's returning it. Return the... Let's see what he drew for turn. Does it really matter? He drew another Rivalry of Warlords.
This is a card of the event for him. It has come down. He's activating Personal Spoofing to return that Millisec back to the deck to search Marionetta. 5,500 life points. He can
get rid of that Conqueror that has 0 attack points to summon back like another Marionetta from the graveyard, which has 1,600 attack. He chooses not to.
A multi-faker. He could probably get another monster to be able to make another link play here.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's going to normal...
So linking them away for
another Hextia, I believe.
I don't think he can with no zones available to him.
Oh, true. That is true.
You would have to link the Marionetta away. He's just fixing the positioning now. Jesse's just going to have to let him do it. So that's a lot. I think that may be it. We may be about to crown a new YCS champion.
3,027. That's 55. That's well over...
So I think that's it. Well
that
played.
Is a game well played for Honor.
Congratulations, Onur Gezer from Melbourne, from Australia. Condolences to Jesse Kotton. He came all this way, 14-0 coming into the match.
Very unfortunate.
Oh, unfortunate for Jesse there, getting there. He's not happy with how that went down, but he should be very proud of his achievement here, coming all the way to Australia, becoming the runner-up.
We're proud of him. Hopefully, we'll see him back next year. Hopefully, he will avenge himself. Hopefully, he'll come back to try and take that first place.
Hopefully he enjoyed himself enough to want to come back.
Yeah, definitely. Now,
But obviously he'll be very disappointed with the result there. Obviously wanting to win the YCS.
yeah.
But congratulations, Onur. Becomes a YCS champion. As we talked about, he was the only one in the top 4 that wasn't, but now he is.
He's
So
joined the club. He is in there.
Our entire top 4 is and was YCS champions. So congratulations to all players. Well done to Onur. So the crown of YCS champions back in Australia.
We'll bring them both in for an interview shortly.
Yep. So we're gonna head out and do some interviews, and we'll be back shortly.
I think that's Honor.
Yeah.
Honor messaging his mum there, telling her he's won.
Yeah. But very good game. Very good match.
Proud of both of them. They both played very well.
Both deserving winners. But yeah, so we'll head to the interviews now, hopefully, and we'll be back shortly.
2 off a weak opening.
This deck is so powerful. Its weak openings are still nuts. And Snow is so incredible. It's why I play like what looks like weaker cards like Mathematician, because getting Snow is just so powerful. Because like yeah, I put Snow in Grave, even without the Mathematician. The Mathematician makes Skull Dread.
Welcome back to YCS Sydney. I am here with the runner-up, Jesse Kotton. Now let's paint the narrative. On Monday night, you decided you were going to come to YCS Sydney. You left Wednesday? Wednesday
night, yeah.
Yep. You landed Friday morning. You came to pre-registration. You came to day 1. You went 7-0 in Swiss. You cleaned it. Day 2, you went 3-0 in Swiss. You cleaned Swiss. You were 10-0. And then what happened?
Top cut was easy. Got a game loss in top 4. Didn't matter.
And then finals?
Bricked. 3 games. Or I mean, not brick. This deck doesn't like really brick, but there's weak hands. Like
So game 1, what happened?
I opened up Brilliance. I'm like, all right, this hand's good unless they're Amber. I drew Amber, so I'm like, all right. And I didn't have like the rest of my cards weren't amazing. It was like Matrix, War, Nessie. It actually does nothing unless I draw a decent card on Nessie. But the Nessie, I think it was that. The Nessie got me 1 for 1, so I could at least play, but it wasn't good.
All right, and then game 2, you had a weak opening, but you were able to win that game. How did that play out?
Yeah, actually it wasn't that week ago. Week after, it was like okay, and then got Lancey when I had Gold Second Hands. It was kind of lame. And I had 2 Thunder Dragon Darks in my hand, or Dark and a Roar in my hand with a Lure, so it was like annoying. But yeah, I mean the deck is so powerful. You can afford to play like subpar cards like Mathematician just to put Snow in the grave, because Snow is so incredibly powerful that if you get like stuck like that, you'll just still win if you're set up, which is crazy because like in that game. I didn't math for Snow, but like I had the Snow, then Math made Skull Dread, baited out an Ash, and like I passed. But he's not applying real pressure, so Snow just blows him out. Like the Snow stopped the Melseek, so he couldn't get Faker, and then it got me a Hawk, and the Hawk just did everything. The Dot Scraper came back, and then to make Phoenix under the Skull Dread, get a draw, and it just spirals out of control.
And then game 3, what happened there? You drew your opening hand.
Yeah, I saw my hand was like double Mathematician, I played 2 of, so that's already like in a 49 card deck, drawing 2 of a card you played 2 of is not likely, not good. I mean, you play 49 to mitigate that stuff happening. Duo, which I mean isn't a brick, but it's just not what you want like as a starter. Mare, which is obviously awful. Sukanoko, which was like the best card in my hand, which is saying something because that card is it's good, but it's one of your average cards. It's not like one of your busted cards. I drew return Pinker. I think Pankratops, but he never field, so didn't do anything.
Yep. I will. And then you summoned Sorceress, and then it got impermanence, and then that was your turn, right? And at that point, did you accept that the game was going downhill? You still played it out?
I think that was game 1.
No, game 3. I think
Game 3. What did I do?
You had summon Sorceress, use normal summon.
No, he just rivalried when I had math,
right.
and I think that's something else in the field
too. No, sorry, that was game 1.
What did I have? I had. I just had Sukanoko and Mathematician, and he just went rivalries. I'm like, all right, what can I do?
Yep.
I just set up a Snow, so that's fine. Like I'm still in the game because of that. Because that meant I just like kept far ahead, and like you have to deal with Mathematician by not destroying the battle.
Oh yeah.
So like it inconveniences him, and it got to a point where like, he has 2 back row, and I can just like search Hawk, so I can play, and I have Duo now. So like, now that I've bypassed the rivalry, no, I search Thunder Dragon just to turn off rivalry because it should be set it. At that point, I'm playing a Thunder deck, and rivalry doesn't hurt that. So then, unless his back row really good, I'm fine. And he had Strike Warning, so yeah. I mean, I drew Dot Scraper for turn, which didn't do anything because of rivalry. Yeah, so it's unfortunate, but the guy's actually still in the game until the end.
Yeah. Are you still proud of your achievement? You've come so far.
I'm proud, but I'm still upset. You know, I definitely think me and the people I played the deck with, we had the best deck in the room. This deck is so insane and crazy. If you guys watched it, and like even if you mess up, it's good. It's also hard to play. Like, so don't give Bowden crap.
Looking back at your deck, is there anything you would change if you could submit your deck list again? Would you change anything about it?
If I knew I'd play 7 Ultrageists, I'd probably play more for Ultrageists.
Yeah, like
I dedicated most of my side deck for combo, like Rongo.
Yep.
Because it is my hardest magic going second, and I don't want to accept a loss to it every time I lose the die roll.
Definitely.
So I was committing to a lot of hand chaps on the side, which I don't necessarily think is wrong, but obviously in hindsight, which isn't a correct way to look at things, I played 1 Rongo and 1 Danger FGK. So I should have just I could have just played like Twin Twisters. Like I don't play that card. Because Striker making me go first half the time. I don't want to side that in when I won game 1 and then go first and draw Twin. So
very, very fair. Is there anything else you wanted to share with everyone? Your experience this weekend, how everything went?
It's pretty good. I mean, I've already done like 3 interviews and I've pretty much explained a lot. So I think that pretty much covers everything.
We are definitely still proud of you. I'm
Thanks.
sure they're all proud of you at home. And
Yeah.
will you be back next year to try and claim that title?
I'd love if the event was announced earlier because
Yeah.
it's cheaper for me to book if I can book in advance.
Yep.
But like the thing is when it's announced like 2 months before, like it was this time. By the time I get a chance to book, it's like $1,500. And like for me, like I always tell myself if I do well at one of the events, and win like a lot of money, then I'll come. And I did. Like I got top 8 at the UDS. And UDS is a really good payout. So
Yep.
that's the reason I came. Maybe I can put the prize, like the money I get for the prize card aside and,
Yep.
and come next year.
Okay.
I'd be okay with that because Australia was really nice. Like besides the event, the actual city of Sydney was really nice. So
Yeah.
I'd be happy to come back here, maybe for longer.
All right. Thank you for that. We're congratulations once again, and hope you do well at future events, and hope we'll see you back soon.
Yeah, hopefully next year.
Welcome back to YCS Sydney. We are here with the winner, and you are.
Honor, and I played Altergeist.
So, how are you feeling right now? Are you overwhelmed? Are you?
Yeah, I'm stoked.
What's going through your mind? Have you told anyone? Have you told your parents?
Yeah, I told my mum. Yeah, she's asking how much money did I make.
Yeah. All right. That's pretty cool. How'd your tournament experience go? How'd you go in Swiss? How'd you go in Top Cut?
In Swiss, I went 9-1. I lost only one match to the mirror match. Because I drew no monster and I lost the roll.
Yep.
So I got 2-0'd. I won every other match.
Yep.
Top
Cut.
Top Cut. I won every match, of course. And then what I versed was. What did I verse the first round? Actually, completely forgot what I versed top 32. But then I versed Thunder and then BA and then the Danger Thunder deck twice.
Oh yeah. And was there any matchup that you found very difficult? Was there any moments where you thought you lost and then you ended up winning?
Oh yeah, against Bowden in top 4, I thought I lost that match. I lost the first game, and then the second game I drew no monster, so I thought it was just over.
Yep.
And then game 3 I opened no hand trap, and I thought I was just gonna lose. But then he didn't end up with an impressive board, and I was able to evenly fake him.
So going through your list, is there anything you would have changed about your list? What do you like and what do you not like? I see you're playing Secret Village and 3 Desires.
Yeah, 3 Desires. Desires is amazing. I wouldn't change that for sure. Something I would change, somewhere in the deck, I'd probably play Duster, because Altergeist was a lot more popular than I thought it would be.
Yep.
Especially now since I won with it, it's going to become even more popular. So you probably want to play Duster somewhere, or maybe Border in the side, but I think the side was really good. It's just somewhere maybe you can fit Border in. I mean,
Rivalry?
Rivalry is amazing. It won me so many games just by itself. Round 1, I versed Pendulum, and game 3, I lost the roll, and in game 3, I opened Rivalry Strike, and I was able to out his field.
All right, pretty good. And again, back to Desires, were you ever afraid that you would banish too many monsters and then wouldn't be able to play from there?
Oh, it has happened. I think against BA in top 8, I used Desires and I banished both of my Silks, but I was still able to come back because the traps are so powerful. As long as you have traps, it's fine. You can obviously it's really kind of hard to win without Silk, but you can maybe play through it.
All right, and the extra deck. What did you actually use? We know that Altergeist doesn't really use many of the extra deck cards.
I used the top 5 rows. So I used Hextia, all 3. Cherries the Sol Day once. I don't think I made anything else ever.
Would you ever change anything so that you had more utility cards, or do you like the extra deck the way it is?
I think I would have more Cherries targets because I was gonna play Electromite and I took it out last minute for Borrow Load, but and I versed Pendulum twice. I versed Paleo twice. There's also Dante. I didn't have that. So there's a lot of decks that you can Cherries that I didn't have targets for.
All right. Now that you've won a YCS, will you be back next year to defend your title?
Oh, definitely.
All right. What's your goal from now? What are you aiming for next? Now that you have a win.
I want to go to Worlds. I almost did it last year.
Yep.
Got unlucky, but I came 3rd. But I think maybe next time I can make it and participate in Worlds.
Is there anything else you would like to share with us? Anything you'd like to say? Any closing comments
Shoutouts?
Yeah.
Shoutouts to Jason for lending me the entire deck. Shoutouts to all of my teammates for playing with me and testing with me. And shoutouts to Mitch for lending me Terraforming and Desires. And yeah, shoutouts to everyone basically.
All right. Is there anything more? No?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for being with us. Congratulations for winning again, and hope to see you again next year.
Thank you.